That text block appeared whenever I installed the mod. It's already caught up. I could see it on the browser. To the left. If I could see it on the browser, so can the people. Right below the donations bar. It's from that part of that's from that mod that you had me install. Yes, I know so. It said it was required. It's from that mod. Yeah, it's that text HUD. What is it, the extra block one? What's the text HUD? Build info extra block information. Yeah.
Block information.
Energy critical.
Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna go get the pieces for that door. I will just have to cut a hole through the deck. I can do what? No, I'll leave it. At this point it's already up, so I'm gonna leave it. I don't care anymore. I just have to get the browser up here so I can see it. Okay. So, I'm gonna go cut this door out. I'm gonna go through first, cut these doors out, and then I will figure out what I am required to, I'm just not I am not an avid lover of the
No
door.
energy.
Okay, that's all. Something is wrong here. The door is being displayed incorrectly. I know where you are, Flo. I'm coming to get you. Cannot hide from me. I'm the one who installed you. What was the deal with my solar panels? It was an issue or what? You said you wanted to go see the solar panels? You said you couldn't find any O2 bottles. Because I'll tell you why. Because the yeah, I would say time did get away from you just a little bit. And in fact, the way you were setting up my ship to depressurize, you were killing everybody inside the ship. Why were you depressurizing the ship? Okay, well, first of all, you don't want to depressurize the whole main deck inside. Why would you want to do that? There were people in there. You were killing us. That is the only vent. You don't want to depressurize the whole room. No, I'm putting in that door. And that just resolves the issue. Or no, that's a block. I pressed 4. 4. Okay, that's it. So now we had this. We're going to go over here and we're going to set up the door. And there's plenty of O2 bottles over here. If you need some O2 bottles, I will give you some O2 bottles. I don't have a problem with it. Okay? I was talking to Mr. Pooks. I need one, look at this, one display, 2 more motors. You figure it. I just took apart 2 whole units, okay? My day just hasn't been going great for some reason. With that, like with that air leak, you know, we get rid of a block and then we find a window that's like 1/16 of an inch off. It's like, what is the chances of that? All I want to do is get this station done. That's all I want to do. Get this station done. Save it to another name. Delete all the GPS points. And upload it. And I was being honest with you. If you do not want your stuff in there, please tell me. Okay, I just want to make sure because I do not want to get down the road in here that I plagiarized somebody or something, and I'm not looking to plagiarize anybody. You know. Okay, I don't have a problem with that then. I just want to make sure that it's okay with you. It's, guess it's one of those days. It's not you or anything else. It's a lot. A lot. A lot of solar panels. I'm not looking forward to it. I need to at least make the ones that are there look balanced. You know? And, yes, you are right, this door works great. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. Want, you could come back. Wow, there is a... But that's my space station. I thought that was a... I thought that was like a, one of those things, you know? Yes, I need to put solar panels down this side and run them out. And then I need to, do this side up and down, and then I gotta put the landing bay in down below, you know. So that's what's left down here. I was gonna put a layer of blocks, okay, and partially bury this cargo container and all these connections, and I was just going to have a stub up where there'll be a stub up where you can offload, and that's it. Stub up where you can pick up ice, you know, or a fighter jet or anything else, you know. I don't know if anything's going into here yet. Oh yeah, see, stuff is going right into here without a problem. Not going in organized, but it is going in. This scrap should have gone. Thought you said that any conveyor that it's connected to, as long as it's part of the conveyor system, it would pick it up. As long as there's nothing blocking what? Everything should be going. I mean, yeah, it's very possible. I'm gonna find out. That one refinery only takes gravel though, right? Oh, I know. Yeah, look at, I mean, it's processing and it's doing everything. I mean, it's got a lot of ore to process. Sorry about going off on you about the door. It's just I don't like, really don't like that door, because me, I like to have both doors open when I'm working, and that way I just don't waste oxygen. But I didn't want the doors to depressurize the deck. He says we got to depressurize the deck, and I just was a little bit shocked when he said that, because you know, I don't depressurize the deck on the Mars station, you know. I just depressurize the bay where I've got an area where there's equipment, you know what I mean? I depressurize an equipment bay to get equipment into it, you know what I mean? Take out all the air out.
See the thing you just said.
I understand that. But in this situation, there is an override that I have on the Mars base that allows you to override the door through the keypad. Okay? But the issue is I generally don't override it because I have a large area where I have equipment in there, and I'll go in, I'll go through the airlock, and then I'll go in there, and then at that point the equipment I need is right in there. So what I'll do is I'll take all the air out of that room and I'll put it back in the O2 tanks, and I'll use the equipment and I will go mine, you know what I mean? That's when you depressurize a room. But in this situation, it was upsetting was he depressurized the room that I was standing in and nearly killed me, and I had a whole bunch of inventory on me. You know, I'm just now getting rid of all the inventory and putting, okay, and here's the O2 tanks right here, okay. Where am I in? Yeah, I'm in the right area. Large cargo container. Oh no, you know why? You can't take them out because of the sort. Because I only allow ice to go in and air tanks to go in and H2 tanks and hydrogen to go in, and hydrogen has to come out of special port. That's why. You can put anything in here, and you could take anything out except O2 bottles and that stuff. But right now I need to figure out this deck and what I need to do here. So I was thinking about putting a layer of blocks. Okay. And then maybe that's why I'm feeling lightheaded. And I still have to weld all this plate. I haven't even been in here since we started the ore thing. I have 30.5k of ice left. I put it all on the on the space station. And then it all went into that hydrogen tank. Okay? So it's all sitting there for you. My ship can't use it because I don't have a hydrogen tank. You know what I mean? So I have to work all this inventory down. I still have 565 displays. I do have all the computers worked down, by the way. Computers. 557. Explosives 0. Superconductors 1.5K. That's for my ship and my thing, the laser beam that we were going to use. "56 antennas. And I pulled out those reactors, so there's no reason to have those, that extra line down there. LCD says no power source found. So we're not drawing any power from the current reactor on board. It's all coming from that reactor on board that ship. But I think putting a reactor of that size or magnitude on this ship would be a total waste. Oh, you mean like that? Open my helmet. Let me put this back in here now. Okay. I put the O2 bottles in the thing over there thinking there was no oxygen, and obviously there was. So okay, well, yes, we are taking contributions towards the Ark. One of our group has a dedicated Ark server in which you'll see gameplay on a dedicated Ark server. You'll probably see me mess up lots and kill my first pet. I'll probably have to start over a multitude of times. I don't even know if you can after you kill your pet and the game's over, if it's just can. Great. Hey. Got two O2 bottles here. You can always find the O2 bottles here in the container, by the way. I color-coded everything back again. Somebody changed everything gray in here. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out what's what in here. And chase stuff down and figure out what's, you know, holding stuff up. And it wasn't it. What? So, at any rate, it's okay. I think somebody tagged the ship and just hit the whole ship with a gray bomb. But at any rate. Okay, so I do want to change that one connector color there. Just that connector. I don't need to change the whole color of the pipe. B. And get rid of that. That. I need the solar panels again. That looks like a paintbrush. Again. I guess I would just be setting solar panels while you play, that's it. But figure out what you want to do, you know what I mean? It's oh, hours. It's gonna take me hours to do those solar panels, and hours and hours. So I figure probably I'll be on until 5, which is another 7 hours. Gotta get steel plate here. I don't need that much. I mean, just enough for this ship. I mean, we're probably talking about, I don't know, 50, 60k, 100k. Unless you can take the hydrogen, take all the hydrogen, and then we're gonna need more. If you could, before you take off to Earth, I would recommend you take that hydrogen with you. Okay, well there is a hydrogen coupling, it's red. That's all it's good for. That's a nice tool, by the way. Thank you for showing me that air leak tool. I really appreciate that, because I would have been forever looking for that air leak. We got rid of a couple of air leaks, so I wouldn't have expected that little piece of the way I had that configured, the block configured, to leak. But that we got rid of that, and then we found the glass leak. So that's lit up already, so next I'm going to work on lighting. I mean, the lighting is the least of my worries right now. Eight. It's amazing to see my bar so empty, you know what I mean? That is really what's nice. I'm just shocked. It's been so full in this project, it's like been okay. Look at that, we got 4s straight across. Except for on this one. Probably because it's partially shadowed. Until the sun moves across, then it will be lit, you know. I could probably take that one panel out and then just move it over to here, you know, on the other side. We'll start and move the take the one panel that's closest to the station out and use those materials. You see how this is just solid dark? We'll have to watch to see if that changes at all. But see, like this one is partially lit, it's catching light. So it it just depends on where the sun is. See it right here? This is, see now this just changed. And the sun is moving and we're going to start to see this change. Yeah, see how the sun is moving? This was green, now it went red. And we could follow the sun right down this way, and it's going to turn this whole panel dark down this way. And this other panel is solid green now. And now that's down to a 2, so there has to be a panel lighting up somewhere. Yeah, see this one over here? It's completely lit. So essentially all the panels are doing what they're supposed to be doing based on their position. When you were approaching, you couldn't see a huge reflection off the solar panels? What did it look like? Like a piece of foil in the sky or what? Side do we want to be off on this panel? Am I out of steel panel? No, it's just I have a slow welder which I'm going to solve right now. I know I have platinum. And you have been a big help, by the way, so I'm not mad at you. I was just frustrated at the other person that just... That's not the first time he stood us up, you know. I mean, it's like, you know, if you're gonna play, then play. Don't stand us up and run off. I know you have to do what your mother says, but the problem is, you know, he kind of left us hanging, and that kind of PO'd me, you know, because it's like, wow, okay. We just worked to resolve this whole leak situation, and we've got no air. Yeah, see this 30.5K right here? That's for the ship. So if I got 50K for the space station, I think the space station would be fine. With that airlock block on there, I don't think it'll be an issue. No, I've got that cargo container up top now. Remember? So I can pull everything through. I'll put a, even if I have to put a conveyor that brings O2 to the surface, to the thing, I'll put a conveyor. What? No, it's, what do you mean? It's, then okay, I put this sort block on because I found ore in the generators. Well, it's happened, and it's happened more than once, so... It's not to prevent anybody from getting air, you know? I mean, oh my gosh, somebody's gonna come and steal all my air, you know? That's the only place there's a sort block, you know? I have a sort... I don't know why, and I have a sort block to the O2 on the other one, on my other ship. And I have a sort block on my mining ship for the O2 because I have stone go into the cockpit and into the O2 tank. Well, if you put a sort block on each side that says O2, okay, and ice, or just ice, that will not happen at all. But if it goes into where other places where you don't need it, then you do have a problem. I have, and I wouldn't be putting there if it wasn't happening, okay? This is not something I'm making up, really.
I understand.
Next time, I'll create an O2 generator on top, so I don't have to go downstairs, okay? And what I will do is, when that happens, I will snapshot it for you, okay? Now we'll call the picture funny looking O2, okay? Funny looking ice or funny looking O2. Because That is totally not supposed to happen, but it does. And it is frustrating to come out and see that when you are trying to get stuff done. You go in and your O2 generator is occupied by 40K of stone or ore. Well, where's my air? Well, I don't have room for it. I can't put an air bottle in there, you know? So it's not a regular occurrence, but it's enough of an occurrence to become a nuisance. And when that happens and it causes you to die, that is a problem for me when I lose material. It just shouldn't happen. And if I sound frustrated, yes, it is very frustrating to have something like that happen. Okay, so I mean, you asked why. Look. Here, look at this one. Here it is, right here. Right off the back. Marked in blue. Strictly O2. That's just for ice. Okay? That's all it's set up for. Strictly allow ice to go into those containers over there, and that's it. I have to do something. That ship is not going to be so cramped. I'm going to have some walkways straight the length of the ship somehow. Okay, so, oh, now I remember what I was in here for. F. Production. Tools. All I wanted to disassembly. Disassemble these. Disassemble these. And disassemble these. And Tori. Now I told her to disassemble them, and I gave them plenty of time to disassemble. And my reactors, or my refineries, I don't think they're even busy. My refinery on this ship, yeah, not even busy. Okay, we'll throw this in here. Can't do that. I have to get rid of Pick this up after. Okay. I'll go down and get my grinder. I think my videos do get watched by the developers. Because remember how our names, the names were getting trampled, and now they're definitely different colors. Do you remember that when the names were getting trampled on? And now they're not? To the developers, I don't bash you, really. I don't. I just bring up little things that annoy me and other people, and they're the little things that just really, you know, you're trying to figure out when you're hooked up to something like this, as massive as you are, and you have a couple of ships docked or 3 ships docked. You know, now we can see that we have 3 ships docked. Before, it was a problem. Now obviously it's not. So, believe me, I appreciate your update concerning the and I have this. Okay, there it is. I definitely have to do something about that RAM so I can get those temporary twitches out of the eventually what I'm going to do is you know, I'm going to put up things such as like microphones and that are needed. I want to get a professional mic for the station. I'd like to get the game evolution for this game, for this station. That way we have content to put on here. And I think if multiple people donate towards it, you know, or contribute towards it, that, you know, it'll be worthwhile, you know. I don't know. You like that? I set that from doing so much glass. So many of these solar panels, maybe they'll go quicker. going backwards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just get the metal frames on all the way out, and then I'm going to start running the components down, you know. See, like, I was just talking and my voice was cutting out because my mouth is too far away from this voice activated mic. If I had a Blue Yeti mic or something like that, you would always hear me. Or something. There's a couple of different mics out there. And like I said, this Twitch station here is not above hand-me-downs, so somebody has a lit keyboard that's not blue or red, but I know beggars can't be choosy. Then we would gladly take it off your hands if you're willing to send it our way. Walk out and put the last one on this side. The other guy I'm talking to is could use a keyboard. He's got a $9 Kmart keyboard. So I mean, it's like that's how bad we're doing on equipment in some places. Press an 8 key and it sticks and suddenly has 58s. Because basically whenever we're playing games together, he's the other person you see in the game. He's just being awfully quiet right now. And plus he also, I have him turned off. But I could turn him on and he could say hello to you guys. That's up to him if he wants Okay. Okay, not a problem. I'll turn him on. This is Mr. Pooks. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me turn him on. Get on here. I'm going to turn my mixer. Go to my mixer real quick. Here is Mr. Pooks, and now he's live.
Hello, everyone. I am currently flying an injured drilling ship.
An injured what?
Drilling ship. I damaged 5 of my engines.
Oh.
Energy low.
But I'm also carrying 12 million ice, and a whole bunch of stone, and a whole bunch of iron.
Oh, wow. The 12 million in ice, that'll help you get to the planet of your choice. So what are you going to do? You're going to do Earth first? Because we have...
Yes, I
go
will
out
be
here on
doing
the
Earth
boom.
first.
Okay, behind my ship, let me fly up a bit. There's the Earth-like planet with the moon behind it. Okay. Then over there, there's Mars and its planet, what is it? Its moon, Titan?
Yes. Mars and Titan.
And then we have an asteroid over there of some sort. And then if I look around up here somewhere, oh, there's the alien-like planet with some sort of moon on that one. I don't know what we put.
Europa.
Europa, we put Europa on that one. Okay, so... And this is the space station that we are putting the whole map up. But we're not going to make it easy for you. We are going to give you some jump points. That means you will be able to jump to this station. If you die, you can spawn on the space station, or you can spawn on the bases. We are not going to give you the cookies we planted or anything else throughout the map. You are going to have to find those. Those places are not going to have med stations. We're basically taking all the locations for mining that we've marked for GPS completely out of our GPS maps in the version that we're going to be putting up. You will have Mr. Pooks's monster Titan ship, his monster drilling ship, his mini monster drilling ship. You'll have this ship over here, which is a construction platform that's designed strictly for construction. Got lots of cargo space. It's got a mining ship on it. It's got this fighter on it. It's just planted on it. I've just docked it to the back of it. That's all. It takes hydrogen, and it takes ice, and it takes uranium. So there's a lot of time we put into this map. But I'm going to tell you right now, it is not a complete map. We have intentionally, we're going to release this map to you incomplete. That means any bases you find, you will have to go out and get supplies for some of the bases. Some of the bases will be fully stocked. Like the space station is fully stocked. Okay. Less my jump drive ship. That entity will be deleted. You will have a huge arc reactor on the top of that. So there are bases that need completion. I would not recommend you to go fight pirates with that fighter. It is a small block, and all the pirates use big block ships. And they will blow you to smithereens. I've already made previous saves, tried it, and lost miserably. So the pirates are tough in this game.
Energy low.
Okay, Flo. I know my energy's low. Like HAL 9000, I tell the lady, I call her Flo. She's Flo 9000 to me. Come on. I gotta get standing on this first so I can start walking down and planting these. Bingo, that's just what I wanted, just like that. See that?
Energy critical.
There are 6 mods currently installed in this. There will be one mod that is removed. It is a special tool for making the ships airtight. That won't be available for you to download. What we're going to do is we're going to put back the original unmodded mods. So that means that you will have the original mods that were intended to be used, and they will not be modded. They work fine, they function fine. There were just some changes made to these mods. Compliments of Mr. Pooks. He is heavily concentrating right now, that's why you don't hear him talking. I had a very long broadcast the day before yesterday. I think it went 18 hours. And of that 18 hours, I think I fell asleep for 20 minutes. And we went dead silent for 20 minutes, and he used his cell phone to wake me up. Because he knows I have headphones on my head. So he took his cell phone and put it right to my, right to his mic. That's an interesting way to wake up.
It works.
Yeah, it did work. Because yelling out common danger doesn't, but putting a blaring, I don't know what it was, some sort of blaring creature ringer.
Nope, it was an emergency alert alarm.
Oh, is that what it was?
It was.
Yeah, it was loud.
Yes, it's a very loud alarm.
It
Yeah, it's what wakes me up in the morning.
definitely woke me up. This common, did you know you were snoring? I said no. Didn't even realize I'd fallen asleep. I thought I was playing the game. The hardest part about getting these set is trying to get onto the panel and get level with the panel. So once you get on the panel, don't use, turn off your lights, hit your H button and turn off all this other stuff. You don't need any of that stuff. All that stuff uses power. That's just leave it the way it is. You know where your ship is, you know what you're connected to. You know, so now you see there's no more blue on my screen. But you did see those little things that you saw were just a few of the places, okay? And I mean just a few of the places. We already have bases picked out where we started nice holes in them, nice square holes to put bases in. Magnesium mines that are the size of a planet. So, I think you'll have fun with this map. I think it'll be it'll work out to be a nice Easter present. The original map is not of our creation. But we did heavily modify it. We took the crash site and we made the crash site into something else. You see how long my power is lasting with all that stuff turned off? Yeah, so you don't need to see all your points on the map or any of the other stuff. It's totally unimportant. You know what I mean? Believe me, Mr. Pooks taught me how to set these antennas. I could not set. I mean, not an antenna. I mean the solar cells. I could not set a solar cell for the life of me.
Well, I didn't teach him how to set solar cells in general, but I told him how to set items.
So the glass, basically the glass and everything else works to be just the same way. I mean, once you get it down, I mean, believe me, I have struggled for almost 1,000 hours. If you look at my clock hours, I've struggled for almost 1,000 clock hours trying to set stuff when there was an easier way to do it. And now, as you see, right now, what we're doing in the last probably 100 hours of my 1,000 clock hours, how quickly this is all going. I think that I'm going to leave that extended out there, Mr. Pooks. You see, if you look at your screen,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that extended for large ship docking, so that gives it a chance to, as
I
a
don't blame
saving
you.
grace, to prevent hitting the solar panels. That way you don't have to pull up with a big boom like you did. That gives you a whole block. You see that?
Yep.
I'm going to make sure that it's exactly that this is 5 panels first. If it's not, then I'll probably have to extend it further, but nope, it's correct. And you see how long my energy's lasting? The whole idea is you just turn everything off. You don't need a flashlight out here in space. You've always got light. But you do have to watch out about this, the space crows. They are pretty vicious. They're as bad as the ones from Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. If you're not careful, they will get you. They're capable of eating right through steel, airlocks, spacesuits. The Space Crows carry a 180 caliber Glocks. They don't even make one, but I figured I would just throw that out there just in case you weren't paying attention, but this space station really doesn't even need the solar antennas. The solar antennas basically are just in case you forget to refuel the reactor on top. But no, really, you do have to watch out for the space crows. So set it in safe mode. If you don't want to run into the space crows. They're just like those weird birds on what is it, Gears of War. I am going to fly to put this one out here.
Do you need some more gravel?
I'll take more gravel. Let's take plenty of gravel.
Good. Good. I have a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, there's something else on the space station. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think you'll be quite impressed with it. And see, this one didn't set, so I gotta catch it before it floats away. Doesn't look like it's still set. Like this one's set, but this one isn't. Visual disturbance. Now it is. Wow. That is odd. Must be the sun, the way the sun interacts with it. I could have sworn it wasn't set. Second tack did it again. So I got almost one whole side set, and I'm only down to half of the juice. Okay, barely over half of the juice. And once you get your 3 panels set out like this, it's just a matter of just standing on them. Try to get even, press the C button, and then just go from there. And try to get your crosshairs on it. If you get your crosshairs on it lined up, you're not going to have a problem. I'm not even having to fiddle fart around with the buttons. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm first setting all the metal. But once I get all the metal set, I'll just come back and start placing the semiconductors and everything else on it, and the computers. Okay, and the tubes, the giant steel tubes, by the way. Those are the fuel injectors, you know, because these run on gasoline or petrol. And just don't fall off the space station, because it's not the fall that kills you, it's the sudden stop. Mr. Pooks, you're being awfully quiet.
I am processing gravel right now.
You are?
I am. So far, I'm at 6,756,000 gravel.
Oh. That is a lot of gravel. Yeah, don't give up the secret there, though.
Nope.
Okay, number 9. I'm not doing this for follows. Okay? I'm just doing this for honoring a great man in history and knowledge who's forever gone now. In his early age as a very intelligent man, he was stricken with an illness that put him in a wheelchair, and his health declined. He did not let that stop him. He continued to excel at what he did.
Energy low.
Yes, flow. I'm sorry, Dave, I cannot do that. Oh, come on. Out of materials? No. I'm just too close. Just too close. Question is, will I get the other groups set and welded before I run out of energy? Very possible. got them all set and welded. Now all I gotta do is charge up and get the components, huh?
Energy critical.
This ship is equipped with LCD2. It will tell you what's going on with the ship, what's in the inventory. Look at the stores here, what's in here. Look at this. Iron, nickel, cobalt, magnesium, silver. I only make enough of items, really. I'm actually burning this down over here, so you won't have to deal with a lot of extra inventory. All you'll have to do is build whatever you need, and that's it. Okay. So I'm making the semiconductors right now. I'm just going to run down the deck and start placing all them on. And while they're going, I am going to go get air and recharge.
Energy critical.
So see, I got to set all those solar panels. Okay. The iron for all the panels before I ever had to come in. I did both sides on one charge. Just to make sure you just turn off everything. You really don't need it. Not unless you're in real dark space. Now I've just told it to go process me 2,000 solar cell plates, in which, believe me, I've already gone through about 8,000 just in what I put on that space station already. So I've saved you a lot of trouble. You can always add more. I don't think at this point it's really going to be necessary. I think it's going to be a moot point to add any more solar cells to it. Or solar panels. After I'm done after I've done with what I've done. Because I've got one more array to finish. You see how I just blew through that, what I just picked up from the ship? And this is the only construction ship that doesn't have that special door in it. So that means you can leave these doors open like you would at your house if you're running in and out. And just don't keep on opening and closing them, because you will run yourself out of O2. I guess I'll take some steel pipe with me too, since I'm underweight. I'll just take whatever I can as far as what can I take with me. This ship does take a little bit of getting used to. Oh, and by the way, you have to be careful because the panels will kill you. Okay. They do have sharp ends.
Coming in for special delivery.
What are you dropping off?
Ice and
Okay.
2 drillers.
Well, I only need about 60, 70,000 in ice, and the rest is you could drop off all the gravel if you want.
Oh, I'm not going to drop it all off, but I'm going to drop off about 5 million.
Okay, well that's fine. If it says I'm full, I'll run out there and put out another cargo container. I shouldn't be though.
I'm still a kilometer out.
Are you going to the sun belt over there?
I already did. I'm coming back. I'm almost at the space station.
Oh, did you use your jump drive or something or what?
Of course.
I should have brought that tube with me. I definitely do. What I'll do is I'll set up another cargo container on the deck right now. I'm gonna take up, I'm gonna go get, what do they call that, interior plate? We want to do a G. Cargo blocks. Look through the hole and make sure we're lined up over here. That thing landing over there and hooking up to the space station, that's the drill, and that's his construction ship. That's what he calls small. So, just to let you know, that's his small stuff.
It's just a tiny ship. The big driller only has 48 drill heads on it.
It makes my ship look small.
Like a midget, maybe.
Worse than that.
A mighty midget.
I'm almost done with this container here. I've got one more container here. I'm just trying to get it. I've got to put the display on it and it'll be done. If I need to build another container, let me know.
Where can I drop my miners off at?
What?
I want to
Right
drop
over-
my mining ships off.
Just drop them off on the deck over here.
Alright.
You didn't accidentally pick up my parts from my
I didn't pick up any parts.
okay. I was just wondering because I thought I saw another container with parts or something. I didn't know.
Nope, I have my own parts though.
Okay. I'm not yelling at you, I just asked.
I understand.
I'm trying to build my ship with my jump drive and that. I was hoping to be the first one, but I guess I'm not.
Which deck do you want me to set it on?
Right over here. You can set it over here right where these two cargo containers are.
Okay.
Does it have landing gear?
It does.
Yeah, it's got a lot of drill bits on it.
48 of them.
Watch out not to hit any solar panels.
Oh no, I'm gonna run every one of them over. I'll just
Why,
take it
thank you.
through and just cut them all down.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, not a problem. What are friends for?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you might want to come back from those panels.
I have my other one to set down too.
Okay. Are you setting down on the panels or on the deck?
I have not.
I saw
Going a
you
little
sit down
too-
past.
Yeah.
You missed it.
A little bit. I'm backing up.
Those are some monster drills.
A little bit. But boy, does it do a good job.
Pull forward a bit. Right about there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll stop. And now you're green. Yeah, and I would say that's a pretty big ship.
Yes.
If you're
It
gonna bring in
is.
the other miner, I'd set it right where I'm standing, right over here.
Okay, let me look where you're.
Or you could actually take it out. Is it that small one? That small miner?
It is.
You could actually park it out here. If you could put the landing gear right out here on the boom,
I can.
then just put it on the boom.
Will do. Yeah, there's no reason for me to take this to the planet, because they won't work there.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I can build enough build a big enough hangar door for you to get in and out of.
No, that one is an outside miner only.
Even that one, you are
Yep.
what is that? 6 high and 4 wide, or 6
I
high
don't
and 2
know.
wide.
Not sure how big this one is.
Don't pull
This
it
one's
past
only
me.
small block.
Right on that square line, you've got a wide block square line you can park it on.
Energy low.
Move to your right some. A little bit more. A bit more. Right there. But did you park them remotely or what? Oh no, you are.
Nope, I was in it.
This cargo container has nothing in it yet. It should be
Yep.
linked because the collar is dark right up next to it.
It's linked.
It just isn't getting anything.
Give it time. I gave you 45 million gravel.
Oh, okay. I know why it's being pushed to connector 2 because I just put the stuff in there. Connector 2 is my ship. Can I pull it out there? I thought that was a speeding car taking off, then I forgot that that was your ship taking off.
Yep, that was the jump drive.
Where'd you jump to, Earth?
Earth?
Didn't go that far, did they?
Energy low.
Okay, Flo, my energy's low.
Energy critical.
So, huh? How critical, just how critical is my energy there, Flo?
Very critical, I say.
Especially when I'm getting lost on the stack. You used to be able to, all I had to do was just fly straight across.
Yeah, I kind of put a big ship in the way.
No energy.
Just try to leave Earth in one piece. I'd like to see a nice colony down there, not strip mining.
Yep. Well, I'll have to build a miner down.
I understand that, but just let's not turn it into a strip mine quarry. That's all, you know, where you just go level after level after. Let's not make it look like South America, okay?
Of course.
I hear like a kind of a grin in that voice.
Of course there is.
Of course there is what?
This is odd.
What?
There's only a 4,000 meter level to this planet.
What do you mean?
There should be like a 36,000 meter or 44,000 meter atmosphere. It's weird.
It says Earth-like M-class. It doesn't say that there's...
No, that's not what I mean. There should be a 45,000 meter atmosphere, not wonder if I went to the right planet. No, every game is the same on the Earth-like planet.
You
Wonder if
probably
this
went to
is
the
the alien
probably-
planet.
You went to the alien planet.
Could have.
Or the Mars planet.
No, I know, guarantee I'm not on the Mars planet. I'll know when I get down to the surface.
Is it air
Doesn't
green?
look like...
Is it green or what?
Looks different.
Probably non-breathable then.
And I'm gonna crash land hard. Very hard. Oh yeah.
We went to the alien planet. That's what happened. Too thin of an atmosphere.
No. I crash landed.
How bad is the ship?
Destroyed. Nope, I'm on the Earth-like planet.
Wow.
'Cause I can breathe regular oxygen. That is weird.
Wonder what happened.
Don't know.
No energy.
Well, let's see what I lost. Well, I didn't lose the arc reactor.
You can grind down the ship and make it into a colony then, I guess. Because the ship is non-flyable now.
Nope.
And probably make some refineries. Take a couple of refineries and make them into one. If the refineries are still intact, you should be able
Yep,
to...
the refineries are intact. The assemblers are intact. The oxygen generators are intact. The jump drives are intact. I lost all of the materials.
Wow.
The arc reactor is intact.
You mean all those cargo containers, all the materials are empty?
I have one cargo container left.
Full of what?
Well, I'm out of hydrogen. I'm on the ground. My ship is in the air.
What do you mean, it's flying?
No, I can't get into my ship because I'm out of hydrogen. Remember, my ship is huge.
Oh.
And I slid out of my ship because it's at an angle, broken in pieces.
Well, that's
It was
not
too
good.
heavy. Yeah. I need to... Here. Well, I'm gonna have to...
I didn't see a save before you jumped. Should have asked me to save.
Nope, don't worry about it. I didn't want you to. I want to do this.
You're gonna be
This
okay?
is... Oh yeah. Because everything is fine.
Is the ship at all repairable or no?
Oh no, it's trashed.
You can, I'm sure you could put together some hydrogen engines and get back in the air.
Oh, I can make a whole nother ship, but
You need what?
I need to get these engines stopped. So they doesn't use up all the ice that I do have left.
Well, then just get them, cut the conveyors.
I just shut them off.
Oh,
See, before I came down here, I made hydrogen bottles, which was a good thing. And I have hydrogen engines.
uh-huh.
I have hydrogen generators. Mainly, I have a whole ship. It's just that it's in pieces. I have 4 million gravel. So I have everything I need. I just lost all my components. And I lost... So, yeah, I can make stuff. I'm not desolate.
It'll just be a while
I've-
before you get off the planet.
Oh yeah, but I got time to explore now.
Well, I can build a parachute for your miner and drop land that for you.
My miner won't do any good. It has ion engines. And this is atmosphere.
Oh. Why didn't you build parachutes for that big ship? They have them.
It wouldn't have done any good. It was too heavy. I was at 5 million kilograms. I thought I had enough engines to sustain it. I didn't.
Oh.
But I have plenty of arc fuel, so I can just rebuild this ship.
Mm-hmm. don't forget to build yourself something for the environment down there, you know? In
Oh,
case the
yeah.
environment changes.
It don't rain or anything like that. It just
Oh.
gets night and dark, night and day.
I could add asteroids if you want.
To what?
The planet, environment.
Nope, no need. I got plenty of gravel.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if you could use some extra environment down there.
Nope, I'm fine.
You know, you know what's a man's best friend, right?
I have my dog.
That's right. I could send you some.
That's quite alright. You can leave the wolves off.
So, the mighty Colossus. I'm not laughing. I'm sorry. I'm just. The mighty Colossus took a crap on the planet because it was too heavy.
It did. It made a big boom. It was hilarious.
I wish I had been there with my tiny jet. I would have been able to fly by and see and fly out of there.
Now I got a big mess. Yeah, I don't think this ship's gonna go anywhere. This ship has had it. I'm gonna tear it apart for parts.
But you have a med bay and everything.
I do. It survived. I used it already.
Just recycle all the scrap. Leave the ground as pristine as you found, minus the big hole we already know you left.
Oh, it's huge, dude. It is huge.
Is it as large as the Gulf of Mexico or what?
Actually, it's not that bad.
I'm talking
But
about
the
the hole.
ships, but the ship's seen better days.
Well, why don't you try to patch it back together? You know, use your cargo there and start trying to mend it back together and fly out of there empty.
Oh, there is no mending this ship together. I lost the whole back half. There's only 2 engines left in back. The whole underside is almost totally shredded. You
What
gotta
you're
put all your... You gotta put your stuff away, empty your inventory, and come down to my med bay and check it out. Bring your... That way the stream can see exactly what happened to my ship.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me